Hi guys, so today we're going to be making a collection video. I'm going to be talking about how I got all my vacuums. So let's begin with the Kirby G5. This machine my grandma gave me and got too heavy for her to carry. The only thing it needed to be replaced is the belt, brush roll, and otherwise that's it. And I put in fresh apple bags in here. So this machine's running at its best. All service stop. Next up we have the Sanitaire slash Perfect Commercial. This vacuum my parents got from an old place they worked at. I did add about $80 worth of parts on this vacuum. I replaced the commercial cord with this residential one since I use it at home. I don't need a 50-foot long cord. All I need is like 30 feet. And then also I replaced the outer bag because the other one was shakeout and was kind of starting to rip. So I have this bag with the HEPA bag inside it. And I did also replace the belt and the brush roll on it because the brush roll was worn down and it was a plastic one. And now this one has a metal brush roll. So definitely happy with how this machine performs. Definitely one of my best cleaning uprights, as well as the Kirby. But I think this one cleans a little bit better than the Kirby and is a lot lighter, that's for sure. And then I have this Hoover Tempo. This machine I found at the curb in 2020. Nothing was wrong with it, but it had a terrible smell to it. It smelled like dog and everything. And it was plugged up all the way from the lower nozzle all the way up around into the bag. It was plugged, just plug. Like, it took effort to get everything out of this vacuum. And then I gave it a full strip down, and also I put in a fresh HEPA bag in this machine, so it's running at its tip-top best. Then I have this Bissell Clean View. I got this machine for Christmas a few years back, about 3 or 4 years ago. No complaints with it, although it is a little bit bulky at times, but otherwise, all I did to it in the past years is replace the belt a few times, and it's running pretty good. And then we have this Bissell Power Force 1739. This was a birthday gift 3 weeks ago. Definitely very happy with that. Put in a HEPA bag in it. Filters quite well with the HEPA bag. No complaints there. It's very lightweight. I believe it weighs about 10 pounds. Easily lifted up and down the stairs. No issues with that. Definitely like this machine for what it is and what it is worth. Then I have this Hoover Air Steerable. Now this vacuum has problems. I found it at the curb about 3 years back. It didn't pick up that good, so I gave it a cleaning. The motor is shot in this vacuum, so I use this as a shed vac. Definitely don't keep this vacuum inside because it is very loud and I really don't like using this. It's creaky, handle's probably cracked on it. And now for a little bit, when I was using this vacuum, the circuit board is going out because I believe it's a circuit board, because when I use it, the brusher turns on and then it turns off after a few seconds, and that motor is definitely dying. So yeah, definitely not a fan of this one. Once the motor goes out, I'm tossing this vacuum. So getting used as a shed vac, so I don't need to use it that much inside. I mean, I never do use this vacuum inside, so that's that. And then I have this Shark NV360. This was a Black Friday find. That's when we really needed a vacuum before I started collecting all of these. And this machine was $100 on sale about 6 years ago. It's developed its creaks after long usage. The brush was worn out. Need to replace that. Definitely don't like this vacuum that much. Regret buying it, but it is what it is. And then I have this Power Track. I keep this vacuum in the basement. It was a curb fight in February. The hose was cracked on this vacuum, so I super glued it here. I'm not gonna spend any more money on this because this thing isn't worth any more than $15 if I wanted to sell it. The cord is taped up and broken. That's how I found it. I didn't add any money to it. I did replace the base plate though, because the squeegee was worn down, and I thought that the new base plate was gonna come with the squeegee, but it did not. So I'm disappointed in that. Wasted $10 on this, but oh well. It is what it is. I do keep it used in the basement, because I can't use the attachments, can't do much. I just use it on the tile. So that's the Power Track. And then I have this CV certified HEPA backpack vacuum. This was given to me by another collector. We traded for a Vanguard that he really wanted. That Vanguard was bought on Marketplace, and then he wanted to trade me this instead. So very happy with the trade. I do use this vacuum to vacuum the corner sometimes or other things. It does come with a hose, so not a bad vacuum, but definitely a little cumbersome, so I don't use it that often. And then I have this Filter Queen slash Filter Queen Empress. These were made by Filter Queen, so no big difference here. I got this one from my neighbor. His brother passed away, so he inherited this vacuum, and he asked me if I wanted. I said sure. It came with a power nozzle, and the power nozzle motor was burnt out in it, so I decided I replaced it, and now the power nozzle is working great, and it comes with the hose and has all the attachments with this, so I'm pretty happy with this one. And then I have this Oreck CC1600 canister. This vacuum was given to me by my mom. Her friend won it at bingo games, something like that. She didn't need it, so now I have it. I had this vacuum for about 5 years now. So, yeah. And then I have this cheap little handheld vacuum I bought off Amazon. Use it to pick up desk crumbs and when I clip the cat's fingernails. So, the cat paws. So, that's the only uses this vacuum gets. And then I found this Eufy on sale for, I believe it was like 49% off. So, I definitely like it. It cleans fairly well. I do also use it as a desk vacuum, and eventually I clean maybe a couch with it, but the nozzle is very little, so all it gets used is basically on a desk. Then this Dirt Devil Scorpion Plus Max Power. It's a very loud vacuum, but it gets the job done. This was a $37 clearance from $50 on Target. So definitely happy with this, although I wish it wasn't that loud. And this Roomba was a Christmas present from last year. Don't use it much often. I don't really care for Roombas, but I do use it once in a while to clean the floors or something like that eventually when I don't feel like vacuuming. So that's the collection. I also do own a Hoover Clean Slate to clean the couches and stuff like that. And I also found a curb find of a Bissell ProHeat 2X. This machine looked like brand new, and that it's been rotting in someone's basement because all I needed was a $6 belt and it's up and running. So yeah, definitely happy with that find. So now I'm going to be running some of these machines, not all of them, but I'm going to be running some on carpet to show you guys how they all run. I throw down some cat litter to test the Kirby G5. We're going to put it on 4 positions down and makes the best contact with this carpet, and we're going to clean with this a little bit. So as you guys can see, this one's running quite well. So now we're going to be testing the Sanitar. We're going to be running the Sanitar, and look closely how good this thing agitates. As you guys can see, this machine runs pretty good and cleans very well. We got the Hoover Tempo Let's run it. Let's run this machine and see how it does. So far, the Senator, Kirby, and this Hoover are one of my 3 best cleaning machines. These do clean very well. This Hoover has very stiff bristles, as well as the Senator. The Kirby, they're medium stiff, but all 3 of these machines groom beautifully on this carpet. Let's test the Bissell Clean Me Rewind Plus. If you guys can hear, this machine does not clean or agitate as well as the other 3 that I just ran. If you guys also hear me leave the vacuum running for a few seconds after to get all the cat litter sucked up so they don't leave any there and doesn't get everywhere. So now let's run the Power Force Vac 1739. Here we go. So it definitely cleans, but it's definitely a little hard to push. So I would not recommend this vacuum if you have some thicker pile carpets with some area rugs and some low pile carpet. This machine will clean beautifully. And as you can see, it also grooms pretty well. There's going to be some people who are going to wonder, how does this Hoover sound with a shot motor and a brush roller that half works? So now I'm going to run it for you guys and show you. Headphone warning on this one. And there goes the brush for shutting off. My circuit board is probably going bad. If I turn it on, it's going to turn back off in a little. There we go. So yeah. And I believe on every single one of these Cereals, when you bought them, the motor was already going bad on them. I don't know if it's a defect or I don't know. But I know most of these vacuums, these Air Cereals, have bad motors in them. So yeah. This Shark has a very warm brush roll. I doubt that it would do good, and it'd be probably very hard to push on this carpet. So let's find out. I don't think you guys heard any agitation. Even if this machine had a good brush roller, don't buy a Shark. That is all the machines I'm going to be running. I will not be running this upright because this vacuum has a broken power switch. It's been broken from the beginning, so you guys are not going to hear me talking before I vacuum with this. So I will not be running with this, and this machine is garbage at cleaning thicker pile carpets. So don't buy a power jack if you have thick pile carpets. And I will not be running any of these because they don't have attachments. This one has a hose and a power nozzle. That does okay on cleaning carpets, and I don't feel like bringing that down because this is already a hassle to get all these machines aligned here. So I hope you guys like this collection update. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.